Welcome back to Money Magazine. A few local companies have made a killing these days, selling a game that pits employees against kidnappers, assassins, and monsters. Melissa Hekalea explains.
70% of our business is coming from the travelers, tourists, and team building.
The escape game trend began in Japan with people playing the game on mobile apps. It then crossed over into the real world, allowing a full interactive experience with other players.
So you really are, in a live action setting, having to communicate with each other, having to try to figure out puzzles logically or mathematically or whatever the mechanic is.
We thought that it's kind of like a good thing and a very good gimmick, so we bring it to Hong Kong and we set up our room.
Rick's games don't copy the app's storylines. He prefers to base the games on historical people, places, and events.
We just add on a lot of electronic gadgets, and the story of the game will be basing on the different true history.
One game Rick has created, Exodus, is about Moses' journey to the Promised Land.
Because once you solve the clue, then you see that he's moving. 1, 2, 3. You see that? That's a red light. We're gonna make it. Yeah, come on. Yes. See that? It's all open. Thank you, my lord. Yeah, that's the Red Sea.
In the age of social media, word about the game trend spreads fast.
So after they post on the social platform, the other friends will say, "Oh, you did the game. How was it?" And the other people say, "Oh, it was great. It was very fun. You gotta go to test your intelligence skill or the cooperating skill."
The games aren't just popular with the casual players, but with companies looking for team-building activities. How does escaping from a deadly forest help in team building? Well, it requires teamwork, time management, critical thinking, and strategizing. In some cases, with a few broken limbs and mummies thrown in for fun. Last year, $130 billion was spent on corporate training worldwide. This includes team-building activities. Luke Phibbs, the managing director of a recruitment company, says the escape games tick all the right boxes and take just a couple of hours out of the workday rather than a seminar or workshop that may take an entire weekend.
As a business, we invest quite a lot in our people because they're our primary asset. This is the sort of activity that allows them to build trust and come back to work energized.
The clues can be tough to figure out, as I discovered trying to escape from the deadly forest. Trove, we put it. Okay. Red, blue, yellow, green. Papa can open the tunnel for you. How does he open the tunnel? There. There.
Okay,
Oh.
the door open.
Over there. Okay, let's go through. Okay, those are the sundials. Meant to strengthen work relationships, align goals, and improve problem-solving skills among team members, team-building activities can be eye-opening experiences for some.
That perhaps people have, because it is very different to what they do on a day-to-day basis, and they're looking at just very sort of core sort of problem-solving techniques and critical thinking. I know our senior team came away with a huge respect for exactly how smart our researchers were.
The games vary from 45 minutes to an hour and a half and cost between $100 to $180 per person.
We paid like 100,000 Hong Kong dollars and build 2 rooms. And that 2 rooms actually is for 4 to 6 players.
It takes about 2 weeks to conceptualize and set up. Rick says they work around the message the company wants, whether it's brand building, loyalty, or solving a specific problem.
So while the players, that means the colleague, doing the game, they will understand what's the company doing.
Rick franchises to Singapore, Canada, and Vietnam. He doesn't profit share, but charges based on the rooms they choose, which Rick's company then sets up for them.
Whatever you see in the room, including all the props, decorations, the wallpaper, and the gadgets, everything, whatever you see, that will be happening in your country, in your room.
The franchises cost from 10 to 15,000 US dollars. Rick says the profit margin from the day-to-day business is about 50 to 60%. For companies using the games for team building, the return is immeasurable.
But you also just have a group of people who come back to the office energized and enthusiastic and having seen new sides of each other. And I think that's hugely beneficial, and particularly for a people-based organization like us.
He says if the end result is better camaraderie and motivation to perform better, then escaping for just a few hours is time well spent.